Kakadosh Boker Or, Bekiim Halacha 4 day 42. Siman Kafhei, page 107, Halacha Pei Bet 82. We're talking about now putting on tefillin after Musaf. Okay, because yesterday we spoke about what to do with when do you take off the tefillin on Rosh Hodesh. So we spoke about the concept of doing it after the Kaddish or before the Kaddish, right before the Musaf. And now we're talking about what about after Musaf. Pei Bet, Achar shechalatz tefillin kodem Musaf de Rosh Chodesh. After you already took off the tefillin before the Musaf of Rosh Chodesh, doesn't matter when it was, right? Whether it's before or after the Kaddish. Yesh lachmir shelo lenicham shuv musaf. You should be machmir. Don't put them on afterwards. Don't put them on afterwards. Velachen, and therefore, lo yachzor laniach tefillin bo bayom kedei lilmod Torah betefillin. Don't put them on again afterwards. Mipnei she hareshimu nishar kol hayom. The imprint, yeah, the imprint is there the entire day. Ulam, מה אתה אומר? One second. Ulam betfilat mincha yachol laniach tefillin. Could do it right betzinah. So let's see over here. 106. According to Rabbi Menachem Azariah Mifano. So he comes and he says, it's brought down by the Rav Chida. He says the sanctity of Rosh Chodesh increases in the time of the Musaf prayer, and then it subsides later in the morning. Therefore, it's proper to wear tefillin in the morning, right, for the mincha prayer, or even earlier if someone wishes to wear tefillin during the day. Rav Chida testified that many great Kabbalists who follow the Oziel's instructions practice accordingly and put on the tefillin for mincha on Rosh Chodesh. However, Rav Meir Poppers, he wrote in his Or Tzadikim that Rosh Vital did not put on a tefillin shachrit, right after shachrit of Rosh Chodesh until the shachrit of the next day. So Rav Chida remarked that it might have been an error. Okay, and the testimony is not about Rosh Vital, but Rosh Kohen. Furthermore, he concluded that in practice it is permissible to wear tefillin during the mincha of Rosh Chodesh, and he repeated this ruling in the Moreh Be'etzbah. That's another sefer of the Rav Chida, stating that it's permissible to wear tefillin after Musaf. And moreover, the Mishabura followed the Pri Megadim, that it's permissible to put on tefillin of Rabbeinu Tam after Musaf and Rosh Chodesh. So that's Shitat and Mishnah Brura. So one more time, according to the Rav Chida, what he's trying to say is that even though somebody said that you shouldn't put it on until the next Shachrit, so no, you could put it on. But when? For the Mincha, right? For the Mincha of that day. Or, according to the Mishnah Brura, like the Pri Megadim, you're allowed to put on Rabbeinu Tam after Musaf. The Ben Ish Hai, he ruled that one must not put on tefillin after Musaf, but one may put it on for the mincha. He explained in the name of the Shalom Mizrahi Sharabi, there's the Rashash, right? So he comes the exalted sanctity of the Rosh Chodesh that descends to the world during the Musaf remains with us for the rest of the day. He commented that although the Rav Chida said that you're allowed to put it on later on in the morning, it's because he was unaware of the Nahar Shalom. The Kavachin Sofer also commented that if the Rav Chida would have known the Nahar Shalom, he would have also held the same thing. So the Rishon LeZion demonstrated that in several instances the Rav Chida disagreed with the Rashash, even though he was aware of his opinion. Nevertheless, the Rishon LeZion agreed with the Ben Ish Chai that one should not put on the tefillin of Rabbeinu Tam after Musaf, and said you should switch to the tefillin of Rabbeinu Tam at some point before Musaf, and if someone cannot find such an opportunity, you could put it on after Musaf, and therefore we could deduce from here that one should not put on the tefillin of Rashi on again to study Torah after Musaf, but one may put on the tefillin of Rabbeinu Tam, but only if he was not able to do it before Musaf. So to minute Lecha Techila, the best thing is to put everything before Musaf. If you cannot put it on before Musaf, you could put it on for Mincha. If you do not put it on Mincha, you could put it on after Musaf. But again, it's only if you didn't have time to put it on before Musaf. Because after Musaf, you have the Shita of the Mishnah Brura and the Pri Megadim, right, that you're able to do so. Okay, but again, Lechatchila, you should try to not do that. You only do it during the time of the Mincha. Lo shomea. מה הכוונה חלק מתפילה? מנחה, the real מנחה.
אני באתי, לא שמתי, בן אדם לא שם תפילין.
Yes.
אז הוא מדבר באופן כללי, אפילו אם הוא בא את זה זמנים, כאילו מתי זמנים, או אם הוא בא באמת למניין.
No, he had to pray שחרית and musaf. What are you talking about? The person that never prayed? לא הבנתי. Number 107, what about mincha on Rosh Chodesh? So the main Popper testified that a great Kabbalist said that you don't even put it on. Right, but he says that you do at any time after Shachrit. That Rav Chida disagreed and said, no, you're allowed to do it after Musaf. When Yishchaim Kavachim Sofer brought down the Nahar Shalom Sharabi, that it's forbidden until Mincha. Okay, and therefore, accordingly, as we already explained above, and therefore, at any rate, we could certainly put them on for Mincha. So for sure, if you put them on Mincha, for sure you're going to be okay, because then not only do you have the heter of the Pri Megadim Nishabra, you're allowed to put it on after Musaf for the Rabbeinu Tam, but also during Mincha, it could be that you could even put it on Rashi. You could put it on something, something that you got much more heterim to put it on. Okay? Fine. Bekiim. Halacha Bekiim 83. What about tefillin Rabbeinu Tam Rosh Chodesh? המניחים בכל יום תפילין דרבנותם, בראש חודש יניחום באשרי, או קודם קריאת התורה. ולכתחילה אין להקל להניחם אחר מוסף, או ואפשר להניחם קודם מוסף. Meaning לכתחילה, don't put them on after מוסף, if you could put it on before. Right? That's לכתחילה. Now he says, omnam, b'diavad, right? If a person sheshachach, or you forgot, or you didn't have enough time, יניחם אחר מוסף, put them on after מוסף, וכן שליח ציבור שאני יכול לשהות. אחד ודאים לבדים מקום מוסף מדי תורך הציבור. יש תורך ציבור, what's he going to do now? he's שליח ציבור. וכן מישהו כבד פה, or somebody that has problems stuttering, right? ויפסיד בגלל זה תפילה בציבור. יניח תפילין רבנותם after תפילה מוסף, וטוב שילמדו גם כן בהם. מלבד קריאת שמע, that means don't only just say קריאת שמע, learn, right? That's what you person should do. Okay, 108. No. This is only for somebody that he.
No, אני מדבר עם שחרית ראש חודש.
Yes.
הוא אומר, בער in אשרי.
Yeah. So he comes and he says now like this. He says, right, at any rate, he says like this. We already explained in the previous footnote that the Rishon LeZion rule that it is best to switch to Tefillin Rabbeinu before beginning Musaf, and thereby avoid the dispute of the Mekubalim, whether you're allowed to make a pasek or not, even though we don't do that, if you remember. Because we said that the majority of the opinions, and even the Rishon LeZion, the majority of his life, did it later after the Kaddish. So one might suggest that instead of wearing the Tefillin Rabbeinu after Musaf, one should wait and put them on for Mincha, when almost all poskim permit it. That is not appropriate, however, because the proper time for wearing Tefillin Rabbeinu is in the morning. Right? When it's still the time of Shema. So furthermore, it does not put them on in the morning. One might forget to put them on for Mincha. So therefore, it's still better to avoid these problems and put them on immediately after Musaf. So that's an interesting one. So Domenet, Bonagid Ben Adam, he comes to you and he says, Rabbi, I didn't have time to put on Rabbeinu Tam. Is it better for me to put it on Musaf, after Musaf, or Mincha? So now, technically speaking, we said that it's better to be Marviach than Har Shalom and to do like the Menishcha and the Kavayim to put it on for Mincha. But he says it's not true. He says, because people could forget, right? Meaning if you didn't put it on that, and number two also, so you'll forget. And number two, also, a person has to be very, very careful because he says, Zmana is in Shachrit, just like with Kriyat Shema. So it's better to do the Kriyat Shema right then and there. Last halacha, Pei Dalet. Yeah. If right now he's in Shachrit and he has Tefillin, and all of a sudden he's hearing that they're doing Keter from another minyan, Palel Musaf. Take them off until Keter, right? And then you put them back on. What if Pitom he hears it and he doesn't have time to take it off? So therefore, move them from the place. Put the, for example, you could put, let's say you have a jacket, you put the sleeve or the talit, you put it in between the bite and the, to make a chatzitza, and therefore you're allowed to answer. Yeah, he says, then you would still say it. So let's see 109. This is the ruling of the Ben Ish Chai. He says, based upon the Rav Chida in the Machzik Beracha, that he says that it's not necessary to take off the tefillin and to respond to the Kedusha Kedeh, but Rav Chida ruled that one must take them off. It could be, however, that the Pri Chadash agrees with the Rav Chida, since the case that he ruled on was when somebody already recited Musaf, and now he put on a tefillin again, and then he heard again Kedusha. Since he's already recited Musaf with Kedusha, he's already accomplished the sublime effects of the Kedusha of Keter. Now he can simply respond to the other congregations' Kedusha with or without tefillin. In a case where someone is caught off guard while he was praying Shachrit, he cannot remove his tefillin on time, but Chida agreed that he should still respond to the Keder, even though, right, he's got the tefillin. So the Rishon LeZion just added that at least he moves the tefillin to the side. Because by moving on to the side, even though you're not going to take them off, at least you got out of this problem.